Hello, my name, as you know, Taiwo Jejaloy, and I'm here to share a wonderful topic. A subject, very short, very short topic with you, and it's about what what makes the wealthy wealthy and what makes the poor poor. Now, there is a principle that was shared by God because God is the essence of everything that we're trying to solve. He is the database of knowledge to solve every problem. Now, a wonderful uh, king called King Solomon revealed a principle by the wisdom of God that God gave him. He said, and I paraphrase, he said, both the wealthy and the poor are made are made by God, but God make men and not he didn't make them so. In other words, he said, whether you are poor or whether you are rich, you both have one maker, which is God. But he didn't make you so from the beginning. What now separates the wealthy from the poor is from the beginning. Now, God shared a principle with Joshua. He said, this book of the law shall not depart out of your mouth, but you shall meditate upon it day and night in order to observe. Pay attention to that word, in order to observe the process of those laws that were written for you, and in doing them, you would make your way prosperous. Now, the wealthy is not better than the poor, neither the poor is disadvantaged than the rich or the wealthy. The wealthy man find out something. He discovered that wealth is what is gotten by laws. There are wealth laws, and the activities of both wealthy man and poor man is neutral, but it is to the degree to which their activity aligns with the laws of wealth that change their outcome. And this is the reason why you need to understand that in dealing with wealth, you need, if you want to be wealthy, understand this principle, irrespective of whatever background that you are coming from, whether you are poor, you need to understand that you need to start searching for what wealthy laws. There are laws that you need to search out for and begin to observe them. Observation means you need to observe the series of their operation, the boundaries of their what? Of their procedure, and begin to align your actions, your thinking, your attitude in what? In alignment, in agreement with those laws. And those laws have power in themselves to change your outcome. And one of the laws that you need to observe, that in what? In going, in stepping or changing your situation to be among the wealthy, you need to understand relationship, the power of relationship. Now, this I want to say, I want you to pay attention. It may spark a kind of uncomfortable truth, but is the truth. You need to you need to understand that you cannot relate with the poor man. Yes, give to the poor, but do not relate with the poor. Why? Relating with the poor, in what I mean by relating with the poor, deals with connectivity. Now, when you begin to relate, when you begin to connect with a poor man, that avenue will make you subconsciously to begin to acquire the poor attitude of a poor man, and you will give away or block a chances for you to believe in wealth attitude, because attitude has a what has to do with habit of wealth, and Poverty to has to do with habit of where people learn poverty, and that poverty becomes a mental blockage to the flow of wealth of God within them. And people would unlock, people unlearn and relearn wealth habit that makes the flow of wealth of God within them to find expression. So you need to understand that you give to the poor, because whether the poor believes it or not, is wealthy, is a packaged wealthy man from God. But you need to give to the poor, so that in order not to make them push you to the position to which you begin to mock them and mock their maker. Why? Because you are not mocking them, you are mocking the maker that made them. So you need to give to the poor, but you need to what? Find wealthy man to relate, in order to learn, to observe his habit and begin to practice it over time. Because the goal of learning is not in what you eventually get, but who you become to sustain what you eventually get. And you will realize that your becoming is what more important than your having. A poor man is poor because of his impatience to observe the process that bring the result that he desires. But the asset of a wealthy man is his patience to observe what the laws that what brings about the result that he desires, because it takes patience for knowledge to be applied to what to bring the result. Thank you, and God bless you.